All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Government says 3,61,000 crore rupees loan given to MSMEs under Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. First International Conference on Shared Buddhist Heritage to begin in New Delhi today. Centre approves additional financial aid under National Disaster Response Fund for 5 states affected by natural calamities in 2022. US President Joe Biden vows to take necessary action to ensure safety of banking system after Silicon Valley Bank collapse case. And in cricket, Delhi Capitals beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 6 wickets in the Women's Premier League in Mumbai. The Union Government has said that 3,61,000 crore rupees loan has been given to micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME and Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. In a written reply to a question in Lok Sabha yesterday, Minister of State for Finance Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad said this scheme covers all the sectors of the economy. The scheme was launched in 2020 as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan to support eligible MSMEs and business enterprises to restart their businesses in the context of the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This has benefited 1 crore 19 lakh borrowers. The centre has approved the additional central assistance of over 1,816 crore rupees under the National Disaster Response Fund NDRF for 5 states which were affected by the flood, landslides and cloudbursts in 2022. These states are Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Meghalaya and Nagaland. The assistance was approved by a higher-level committee chaired by Union Home Minister Amit Shah yesterday. Home Ministry in a statement said that this shows the resolve of the central government to help the people of these 5 states who faced these natural disasters. The ministry said that this additional assistance is over and above the funds released by the centre to the states in the State Disaster Response Fund SDRF. To the financial year 2022-23, the central government has released more than 15,770 crore rupees to 25 states in their SDRF and around 502 crore rupees to 4 states from NDRF. Over 38 crore loans have been extended since the inception of the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana in April 2015. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha yesterday, Minister of State for Finance Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad said, out of this, over 26 crore loans have been extended to women entrepreneurs. He said around 20 crore loans have been given to SC, ST and OBC categories of borrowers. The minister stated that the Ministry of Labour and Employment had conducted a large sample survey at the national level to assess employment generation under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. As per the survey results, the scheme has helped in generating 1 crore 12 lakh net additional employment in the country from 2015 to 2018. The government is engaging with G20 countries to build international coordination on a policy approach to crypto assets. This was stated by the Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary in a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha yesterday. He said that the Indian presidency provides an opportunity to place different priorities, including priority on crypto assets, on the agenda for international collaboration. Crypto assets are borderless and require international collaboration to prevent regulatory arbitrage. The minister said any legislation for regulation or for banning can be effective only with significant international collaboration on the evaluation of the risks and benefits and evolution of common taxonomy and standards. Over 59,000 crore rupees worth of defence exports have been made by the country since the financial year 2017-18. This was stated by the Minister of State for Defence Ajay Bhatt in a written reply in Rajya Sabha yesterday. He said defence exports worth over 13,000 crore rupees have been made in this financial year. Defence exports are being made to more than 80 countries all over the world. The minister said the government has taken various steps to improve Indian defence products and make them globally competitive. He said government is focused on the indigenization of various defence items to achieve self-reliance. He said the new technologies developed by DRDO are transferred to the industries on a regular basis. Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that 90,000 crore rupees are spent annually on youth development programs by the central government. He was addressing the National Youth Conclave 2023 hosted by the National Institute of Urban Affairs under the aegis of India's G20 presidency. He said the explosion of startups in the country is a testament to the entrepreneurial culture that the youth of the country have inspired in recent years. Mr. Puri commended the conclave for providing a platform for young people to amplify their concerns on issues such as climate change, the future of work, and youth in democracy. The minister said he is confident that India will be a world leader in all respects by 2047 due to the youth dividend. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has said that the government has taken several initiatives to promote sustainable development in the aviation sector and reduce carbon emissions at airports. Mr. Scindia chaired the meeting of the Consultative Committee of the Ministry of Civil Aviation in New Delhi yesterday. Speaking on the occasion, the minister said India's aviation sector has experienced rapid growth in recent years. He said that India has 148 operational airports, including 137 airports, 2 water aerodromes and 9 heliports. During the meeting, he advised all operational brownfield airports and upcoming greenfield airports to work towards achieving carbon neutrality. Indian Railways is working in a mission mode to become the largest green railway in the world. It is also moving towards becoming a net zero carbon emitter before 2030. Railway Ministry said after completion of electrification in Uttar Pradesh recently, Railways has achieved another milestone. It said the Railways has also completed the electrification of Uttarakhand. The existing broad gauge network of Uttarakhand is 347 route kilometer, which is 100% electrified, resulting in reduced operating and maintenance cost of electric, loco and eco-friendly mode of transportation with reduced dependence on imported crude oil. The second day of the Yog Mahotsav 2023 will be held at the Tal Kotora Indoor Stadium in New Delhi today. The event will feature a range of activities including yoga demonstration, talk by the experts, bhajans and quiz, allocution, poster presentation competition. Ayush Minister Sarvanand Sonowal inaugurated the event yesterday. Mr. Sonowal also launched a 1-minute video on yoga for working professionals. I report.
The 3-day Mahotsav is an event to commemorate a 100-day countdown to the International Day of Yoga. The Ayush Ministry said that around 4,000 to 5,000 participants are expected to take part in the Mahotsav. It will also hold a post-Mahotsav yoga workshop for the yoga instructors of Anganwadi, Ayush Health and Wellness Center workers. This year's Yoga Day also endeavors to connect with the larger global community. As India's G20 presidency theme One World, One Health resonance with the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The ministry said the International Day of Yoga will focus on taking yoga to every village. This is Raina Haroon, AIR News, New Delhi.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The first international conference on shared Buddhist heritage will commence in New Delhi today. It has been organized with a focus on India's civilizational connect with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Nations 2023. The 2-day conference aims at re-establishing trans-cultural links and seeking out commonalities between Buddhist art of Central Asia, art styles, archaeological sites, and antiquity in various museum collections of the SCO countries. The event under India's leadership of SCO will bring together Central Asian, East Asian, South Asian and Arab countries on a common platform to discuss shared Buddhist heritage. The Income Tax Department has taken up 68,000 cases for e-verification for under-reporting of income in tax returns for the financial year 2019-20. The Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT, in a statement said that details of the transactions have been initially shared with the individual taxpayer through e-campaign. It said so far e-verification has been completed by the designated directorate in about 35,000 cases and the remaining are under verification. In 2021, the government notified the e-verification scheme for facilitating voluntary tax compliance. The objective of the scheme is to share and verify such financial transaction information with the taxpayer which appears to be either unreported or underreported in the income tax return. The Maharashtra government has decided to provide an ex gratia relief of 300 rupees per quintal to onion farmers in the state who are severely affected by steep fall in the prices. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde made the announcement in the State Legislative Assembly yesterday. He said onion prices dropped primarily due to good production in other states, which led to a decrease in the demand. In Mumbai, one person was killed in a huge fire that broke out in a slum in Malad East. The identity of the deceased is yet to be known. According to the BMC, the blaze erupted at around 5 p.m. yesterday in Apapara area of Malad East. He said that the fire spread across 800 hutments and was further aggravated when over a dozen LPG cyclometer explosions occurred. This is the second fire in the same area within a month's period. Last month, a 12-year-old boy had also died while 8 others were injured after blaze erupted in over 25 hutments around the same locality. In Nagaland, 723 cases of acute respiratory influenza-like illnesses and 37 cases of severe acute respiratory illnesses have been reported in the state. The state government informed that though these reported cases have not been laboratory confirmed, it is undertaking real-time surveillance of cases of influenza and severe acute respiratory infections. The government said it is also keeping a close watch on all hospital admissions with breathing difficulties. In Telangana, 9 persons, including 2 from Telangana State Public Service Commission, were arrested for the alleged involvement in leaking a question paper relating to the Assistant Engineer Civil Recruitment Exam of the Commission. The Hyderabad police seized 4 hard drives, 3 laptops and 8 mobile phones from their possession. The police booked cases under various sections of the IPC and IT Acts, besides Prevention of Examinations Malpractices Act against the suspects. Police seized the computer systems and sent them to the Forensic Science Laboratory for further analysis. US President Joe Biden has vowed to take whatever action was needed to ensure the safety of the American banking system after the sudden collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank.
During the Obama-Biden administration, we put in place tough requirements on banks like Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, including the Dodd-Frank law to make sure that the crisis we saw in 2008 would not happen again. I'm going to ask Congress and the banking regulators to strengthen the rules for banks to make it less likely this kind of bank failure would happen again.
In Women's Premier League cricket, Delhi Capitals DC defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore RCB by 6 wickets at the D.Y. Patil Stadium in Mumbai tonight. DC surpassed the target of 151 runs, scoring 154 for 4 wickets in 19.4 overs. For Delhi, Alice Capsey scored highest 38 runs off 24 balls. RCB had scored 150 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. For RCB, Ellis Perry was the highest scorer with unbeaten 67 runs off 52 balls. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Abhishek. A whisper and a roar. India's double at Oscars. The Elephant Whisperers wins Best Documentary Short. Nattu Best Song leads the Times of India. Stormy start to Parliament over Adani, Rahul remarks, writes Hindustan Times. The Hindu citing a Ministry of External Affairs report writes, Pakistan is vilifying India, ties with China complex. Writing on Prime Minister's security breach, the Indian Express writes, action against 9 likely. On the same-sex unions, the Asian Age reports 5-judge Supreme Court bench hearing on April 18. After Silicon Valley Bank, SVB New York-based Signature Bank collapse too, informs the Tribune. And finally, India qualified for World Test Championship WTC final after New Zealand beat Sri Lanka, reports the Statesman. Williamson's Christchurch miracle seals India's shot at top Test crown, informs Hindustan Times. With that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government says 3,61,000 crore rupees loan given to MSMEs under Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. First International Conference on Shared Buddhist Heritage to begin in New Delhi today. Centre approves additional financial aid under National Disaster Response Fund for 5 states affected by natural calamities in 2022. US President Joe Biden vows to take necessary action to ensure safety of banking system after Silicon Valley Bank collapse case. And in cricket, Delhi Capitals beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 6 wickets in the Women's Premier League in Mumbai. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.